Hello, I'm Dr. Jerry Parrish, and welcome to this edition of Georgia by the Numbers. Today I want to talk about the job numbers that were just released, and I also want to talk about some recent manufacturing investments and what that means in terms of jobs and opportunities for Georgians. Let's start with the jobs. Georgia's job numbers have continued to grow even compared to pre-COVID data. Since February 2020, Georgia added 265,000 jobs. That is a 5.7% growth compared to the U.S. growth rate of 3.0%. Now Georgia has an all-time high of non-farm jobs, more than 4.94 million. Now you can see on the heat map which MSAs in Georgia gain the most jobs. Here we see the job growth and the percent growth. It's a heat map. The darker the area, the higher the growth. Gainesville MSA had the highest growth rate, followed by Brunswick, Rome, Savannah, and Atlanta. The areas outside the MSAs had an 8.6% growth rate compared to 5.3% in the MSAs. The Atlanta MSA grew by 177,500 jobs. Now, let's look at the industries where those jobs came from over the past 12 months. The total increase was 96,100 jobs. Accommodation and food services gained 31,000 jobs. That was followed by 29,000 in healthcare. Construction was next with more than 10,000 jobs. Now I want to talk about Cleantech manufacturing investments in Georgia. According to a report that was just released, $18.25 billion worth of Cleantech investment was announced in Georgia over the past year. You can see the top 10 states in the country on this chart. It clearly shows Georgia's lead over the rest of the country. In fact, investments in Georgia were more than 80% higher than the number 2 state. The large gap tells us that Georgia is a true clean tech leader for the U.S. This slide shows how many new clean energy jobs these investments are expected to produce. We see that Georgia is the country's top job creator in the clean tech manufacturing over the past year, with the addition of 11,489 jobs. Those jobs diversified Georgia's economy and will provide high wages and new opportunities for Georgia's families. It's Georgia's strong economic development partnerships that help make these opportunities possible. Thank you for joining me on this edition of Georgia by the Numbers.